99% of what men do is for status. We want to be in good shape for status. We want the fast car for status. We want the nice house for status. We want the diamond watch. We want the hot girl. This is all for our status. Look at me. I'm the big dog. This is how we compete with each other. If you're going to be a dude who pretends that's not true, or be a dude who doesn't want to compete, your life's going to fucking suck. My team, it's not just about how we make money. It's also an entire mindset. I don't want to be the only scared one in the group. If me and my 6 closest friends are walking down the street and a couple guys came up to us with machetes, I know they wouldn't be afraid. So now I'm not afraid. Now no one's afraid. Now you're fucked.
Now the guys with a machete should be afraid.
That's right. It's like an army. It's like a gang, right? You have to have that mentality. So it's not just even about money. It's about your entire life you create. If you're a person, if you're a man and you're out here and you go, you know what? Who do I want to be? I want to be strong and rich and brave and respected. Then I need friends who are strong and rich and brave and respected. That's what you need to do. If you're going to say, oh, I want to be these things, but I hang around with this guy because we play FIFA together, then you can stay a fucking loser. And that is your decision. Stay a loser. I have no sympathy for losers. I want to make this another thing clear that ends up on TikTok and everyone cries their eyes out. I don't give a solitary fuck if you want to stay at the bottom of the societal totem pole. If I'm going to ignore how I feel day after day so I can perform, regardless of whether I'm sad, happy, pissed off, tired, if I'm going to get up and work anyway when I'm tired, how do you expect me to feel sorry for you because you didn't work when you were tired? If I don't care about my own emotions, I certainly don't give a solitary shit about yours. If you want to stay a loser, stay one. Good, it's fine. Stay a loser. I have no sympathy for you. I don't care. I believe there's only 3 reasons people are not rich. One of 3 reasons. They're either stupid, arrogant, or lazy. Stupid is actually the smallest category. People think, oh, you know, there's a lot of stupid people. There are, but I know a lot of stupid people with a lot of money, right? There's so much money in the world. To be too stupid to generate money, I think is less than 5% of the population who are genuinely too dumb. Me a building and put Gucci sofas in and get me a nice sexy sign and cover the whole place in flowers and spend all your money so that I can at 11:45 crawl out of bed with a fucking cappuccino and walk in there with my hair fucking curled like a CEO in a little girl suit and look around to all my customers and all the money I'm making and have them do my makeup, and then I'll go off for lunch at 2 o'clock and we'll be millionaires. Shut the fuck up. Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass. Come through, bam, champagne, bang, yeah, supercar outside, yeah, okay, 5-star, boom, 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 first class. 'Cause I'm a G. I'm not sitting there smoking cigars and going, I can't believe this is bad for me. No, like these fucking vape bullshit children. And what kind of parent lets their 16-year-old vape in you? If I had a 16-year-old son, he's like, I got a vape. Fuck out of here, vape. Breathe air. What color's your Bugatti? What's the word of the day?
Cash.
Cash!
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, for now I can. Yeah.
Let's go, man. You know exactly what time it is, man. It's episode number 158 of the Monkey and Kane podcast, man. We finna get straight to it. I'm gonna pass the mic to Kane, and then I'm gonna let him talk about the first topic, which is allegedly the fagtard himself, Drake, put a green light in the comment section, self-snitching, all in the name of trying to look tough on Instagram, and he can't make this shit up. And hey, Kane, turn on the camera. I see you, boy. So with that being said, Kane, what you got to say?
Yeah, man. You know what it is. We're back at the Source Smoke Game on the Ground from Hungry Hounds. We just got up the pound and are ready for the next fucking round, man. Your boy Drake decided that he was going to put a fucking green light out on your boy Top G, the one you just saw, Andrew Tate. And it makes no fucking sense because what the fuck has he done to Drake besides just the fact that he's a fucking soy boy faggot? He's just pointing out the truth. And people who hate the truth hate the fact when people point that out to him. I called a dude the other day lazy because he was fucking lazy. He got all up in his fucking feelings. And he started naming off all the shit that he does, but he barely does it anyways because I don't ever see him do it. The point is that people who hate the truth will hate the fact that you point them out. So your boy Top G was just pointing out the fact that Drake's just a fucking soy boy faggot that likes to paint his fucking nails and wear pigtails and shit with rainbow hair clips and shit. And shit out rainbows. He likes to shit out rainbows and fucking everything else in between. So this boy, in a comment section of all places, put a green light out. Allegedly put a green light out on fucking Andrew Tate. And it's crazy, man, because the people that Drake has a beef with, he never sees them fucking face to face. He never sees them, never will see them face to face. He will remain on the internet and you will never see them face to face at a fucking concert, at a restaurant, at a fucking clothing store, jewelry store, whatever. You will never see him face to face with any of his ops. Instead, he will pay somebody to go deal with it themselves. I think that's what the fuck he did with X. I ain't even gonna cap. I think that because X was talking all that shit, X wanted to see him in person, and Drake didn't want to see him in person. He said, "Man, I gotta figure out a way to deal with this, man. I'm too fucking scared." So he made a couple of calls, and we all know what happened next. I think that's just me personally. I don't give a fuck what nobody else thinks. If you're mad about it, you can stay mad about it. But that's just the type of person that Drake is. He gets other people to do his dirty work for him because he's too scared to get his hands dirty. He's a quote unquote gangster, but he wears rainbow hair clips and fucking pigtails, paints his fucking fingernails pink. I can't fucking speak. Paints his fucking fingernails pink and shit, shits out rainbows and thinks he's a unicorn. That's who we got repping fucking quote unquote this thug life nowadays. You can't make this fucking shit up. And honestly, bro, I'm surprised that Eminem hasn't dissed Drake for being such a faggot in the fucking rap scene, bro. I'm surprised. I'm kind of disappointed that he hadn't gone at Drake yet.
I'm not surprised. Drake started off as an actor, so all he does is act. But lately, for the last 10 years, he's trying to act like a gangster. So it just comes off really corny each and every single time. You hear this dude talking tough or sneak dissing people that are no longer here anymore, just taking little jabs and doing what he does, man. I think, it's one thing to be stoic, but it's another thing to be a bitch. And I think he's a bitch, bro. He never handles his issues. He always has to call another monkey, usually a darker monkey than him, because his light, bright ass isn't going to do shit. He's not about shit and he's not on shit, boy. And yeah. Man, them niggas ain't stupid enough to travel all the way out there and deal with some real niggas. Yeah, they don't want to do it, man. But you see, this is just the crazy part. He's self snitching. He does all the threats. He literally tells on himself about what he did in the murder, but they don't put him on trial like what they do with YNW Melly. It's one thing to make music, but it's a whole other thing to literally tell on yourself in the music. And it seems like Drake gets a special pass, and you know exactly why, because he's a part of the juice box community, a specific part. And that's the reason why he gets immunity with all these bullshit ass situations. He's a snake. He sneak disses. He tried to get at Kim Kardashian, and Kanye West was supposed to be his man's. He's just a hoe, bro. He's an overall hoe. And he's hating on ASAP Rocky now because he got Rihanna. He got friend zoned by Rihanna, bro. He got friend zoned by every fucking bitch with status. He can get any girl that don't have status or like still needs her parents to sign the permission slip, but he can't get any bitches with status because guess what? Anybody that's on the same level as Drake, they realize how much of a goofball he is. It's only the people that are below him who feel like they need him. And X was one of the very few who said, "Nigga, I don't fucking need you. Nigga, I'm better than you." And Drake didn't like that. Most niggas bow down. He don't like people that stand up to him, and that's why he's saying green light in the comment section. So that's what I have to say about it, man. But now I want to get on to the next topic. The KSI Tommy Fury cringe fest trash talk session. What I will say is John Fury is saving their fight. Like I'm excited for the fight as far as performance, but the build up to it, man, is absolutely terrible. I don't know who's worse at insults, Tommy Fury or KSI, but I know one thing: John Fury is fucking hilarious, bro. This dude was they were in the cages like facing off for the little promo, and fucking John Fury's trying to headbutt his way through the glass and punch his way through the glass. And then you got Logan Paul in the fucking Dillon Danis situation. Logan Paul decided to throw a water bottle at Dillon Danis, so Dillon Danis threw a fucking mic at his head and caused that boy Logan to start bleeding. And people thought he was going to back out of the fight, but he's not backing out. He said now the stakes are higher. So what do you think about all this madness, dude? We're literally 1 day away from the fight, and it's very early to all y'all. Make sure you understand it's a different time zone. It will be at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, and yeah. So what you think about all this, bro? I'm excited for this shit, bro.
Yeah, no, man. I got all my fucking chicken wings. I got all my bullshit that I need for this fight. Got my fucking pizza, my damn burritos, and everything else in between that you need for a fucking fight. I got my ranch. I got my fucking barbecue sauce. No, man. It's fucking
brown you got that Arby's horsey sauce.
that fucking extra saucy brown sauce. But that's what all you Keishas be guzzling. But no, man, this shit crazy. Your boy John Fury just be acting a fool. I don't know if he be acting a fool just to sell the fight even more, or if that's how he genuinely feels. Because remember, he was a boxer at one point too. So him being a boxer, he knows what he got to do to sell a fucking fight. So he might just be helping Tommy Fury sell this fucking fight. That could be all that it is. Whether it's just for theatrics, it's still fucking entertaining as fuck to watch him kicking tables and headbutting glass and shit. I never forget the way he kicked that damn table at that fucking press conference, bro. That shit was funny as hell. He fucking going kicked the fuck out that table and flipped that bitch over. But no, man, it's fucking wild. Your boy throwing a damn mic at Logan Paul and shit. I'm glad he didn't back out like a fucking pussy, bro. If he backed out like a pussy, can you imagine how much of a bitch his girl would have looked at him as? I mean, she probably still looks at him like a bitch, but can you imagine how much even more she would look at him like as a bitch for backing out of a fight because of a fucking cut? Like, come on. And then what the fuck do you expect? Throwing a fucking water bottle. What reaction did you expect? Oh, I caught your water bottle. What are you going to do? Like, no. He going to chuck something back. The same energy you give, the same energy you receive. So if you fucking throw something, you best believe he going to throw something twice as heavy back at your ass and hit you in your fucking face. And that's exactly what happens. With that being said, if he's mad at Dillon Danis for throwing that fucking microphone, he can only be mad at himself for throwing that fucking water bottle because he opened that can of worms in the first place.
Facts, man. So with that being said, man, we stand on business. So we're gonna keep covering these topics. And by the way, I was watching a little bit of your boy Nick F. I'm just gonna say Nick Fuentes. I was watching a little bit of his stream, and he was talking about how allegedly the juice box people said that they're getting ready to put down 360,000 troops on the ground, boy, to take care of all these people doing what they're doing, and they got 24 hours to get the hell up out of there and evacuate. I think north of Gaza Strip. Otherwise, boy, they about to get eradicated. And they've removed their sources of water and food and all that, bro. So they're not playing no games. They got 24 hours to get the hell out of there. What do you think about that? Any last words before we conclude this episode?
That's wild, bro. They finna go up in there and they finna eradicate everybody. That's insane. Even the innocent people, or the fucking
there's 1.1,
terrorists?
all of them. They want all of them.
Damn.
There's 1.1 million of them there too.
That's insane, bro. That's doing too much. Like, I get there's gonna be some people who pick up arms after the Hamas, but not everybody's gonna do that shit, bro. Because some people just want to live their lives. But speaking of that shit, I want to say something real quick that would low key make sense in a way. And it kind of makes you, it throws a wrench in everything and makes you question it. And to make it real quick, but I've seen a video explaining how the Rothschilds had bought the land of Israel back in the 1950s. I think it was the 50s or the 40s. But right around that time was when Israel became a nation again. So imagine if he had bought Israel, and those aren't real Jews over there. They're just imposters who say that they're Jews, who are trying to start a conflict, a mass conflict they're trying. What it seems to me is like, and if it makes sense, if it's true, what it seems to me is that they're trying to accelerate the timetable of all the nations coming together against Israel. That's what it sounds like to me, because we all know in the end times, all the nations will come together and attack Israel. That's what it sounds like. They're trying to accelerate those timetables. Now, I'm not saying that it's true. I'm not saying it's 100% facts. It's just what I heard. But if it is true, it would make sense.
Crazy. Makes you kind of think. Shit that makes you go, So with that being said, man, we're getting ready to wrap this up. You already know what time it is. The market show will be on sooner than later. About to get me into the cup of coffee and get this caffeine kicking in, man. Ain't nobody worried about if you're feeling fatigued, man. You better get some energy around this bitch. So with that being said, man, we're going to do it the way it's supposed to be done. We're going to have a lot of fun. And yeah, man, y'all have a great weekend. We will be back with the Maki and Kane show, regularly scheduled program on Sunday. So with that being said, man, until we catch y'all, I'll catch y'all. Kane, any last words?
And get your motherfucking bitch ass up out of here and go touch grass, ho. Because I got fists of iron and a brain made of brass. Now get out of here.
My mother's exceptionally proud of me. She still worries because mothers worry. But even when we were in jail, she said, well, I know you're both strong. So, like, she knows she has men. I mean, I believe especially also, I think a man has a duty to his last name. I think we carry the last name. We have a duty to our last name. I am a Tate. I am my father's son. The reason my father is discussed so heavily is because of my monumental success. I keep him alive via my success. I would love to think my son does the same thing. They will talk about my son in a way where they're so interested in his life path that I must be discussed by extension, and then I live forever. So I have a duty to Tate. I have a duty to my last name. I must perform. And this is what I said to my mother on the phone. I'm a Tate. It's fine. But the conditions are bad, yeah. That's life.
Peace.
Get the fuck out.